So, Scream.
Scream! Ah! Death and blood and murder. That's it. Thank you very much.
So what we noticed with Scream is that the plot lines for both of the seasons are very similar. And in the original Scream movie, something that I noticed is that I'm just gonna say this.
Okay.
The first movie, the main character gets betrayed by her boyfriend, and in this one, she gets betrayed by her boyfriend, but she doesn't know it until the second season when he's the killer.
Wow.
And the
Death
yeah, it's just a lot of death
and blood.
and blood and death.
Okay, but the second season follows sort of the same plan. Like you have this group of kids, and it's like
It's the same group of kids.
it's the same group of kids, but like they each have the exact they have all the same roles.
Yeah.
Like your typical
Noah is the
smart one.
Audrey is the creepy one that everybody suspects as per freaking usual.
Then you got the main character, which is
Emma. She's
oh my god, I love that.
like helpless. Everybody thinks she's helpless, but she's not.
Mm-hmm. And thinks she's crazy because so much murder and death.
Everybody's like, Emma, you're the killer. And she's like, what? No, I'm not the killer. My friends are all dying around me. And then
it's always the person that you don't expect. Like, spoilers, season 1, the killer was, I know, the killer was Piper. Nobody expected it to be Piper.
And she's like, hey, I'm a journalist, and I'm here because I just
randomly there. But then season 2, you connect Audrey to Piper, and she's always the one being suspected in both season 1 and season 2.
Yeah, but she didn't really do anything.
She never did anything.
She just brought Piper to Lakewood.
Yeah. She's really just there.
Yeah. She didn't really do much. But a lot of my favorite there's only one death that I was like, oh, I really liked her. And it was in season 2. And it's Zoe. Because the way she dies is very, very tragic. Because Noah and her both get kidnapped by the killer. And they both get buried alive. But Noah has like a speaker next to his casket that's playing like audio of what's happening in Zoe's casket. So he can hear her screaming for help. And he starts screaming back at her. And he starts like losing
he starts hallucinating.
And he hallucinates that she's there in the casket with him.
Little
and then
baby boy.
When they get out of the casket, Emma and Audrey start looking for Noah, and they get sent a live stream of him in the casket because there's a camera. And then they go and they grab him, and then when they get there, he's like, Zoe's here, and then they keep digging, and there's just a speaker. And then the killer sends them another live stream of Zoe's casket. And it's when they get there, they realize
she's already dead.
Yeah, she's already dead. She was lowered into the lake.
She drowned.
But he lowered her into the lake and sent them a live stream that was pre-recorded. So she had been in the lake for hours, days. It's just not good. And then you realize later that it was probably Zoe's ghost in the casket with Noah, and it's like, because she's like, hold on, Noah, it's okay, just hold on. And it's depressing and sad.
Okay, but what's the word? Foreshadow. There we go. They foreshadow so many things.
Yeah. Like in the first season, there's Emma's boyfriend. His name is Will. And he, like, drives this thing. I forget what it's like, a tractor kind of thing, but it has, like, a chainsaw on the end of it. Chainsaw. So he's, like, the way he dies is he's strapped to a chair, and the machine is behind him, like, with the chainsaw over his head, and it's slowly lowering, like, very, very, very slowly. And Emma starts running to him, and then she trips over a tripwire, and the chainsaw goes directly down the half of his body.
And then, like, later, she keeps getting flashbacks of it, and just he's the body just slowly peeling away from
Yeah, but
itself.
then she gets covered in his blood, and it's just like.
And then her mom, and then the mom goes, her
And
mom.
she's like, oh, hi. No, it's not her mom. It's his mom.
Yeah.
His mom shows up with like groceries in her hand, and then Emma's just walking out, just a deadpan, just like
Blood. But
and then her mom's like, what? And then she runs in and starts screaming bloody murder.
And then at the end of the season, her mom has to go through like the exact same thing and is get covered with her boyfriend's blood.
Yeah, because the killer straps him to a tree and puts ropes around his stomach, even though he's sliced open. And then she's like, I'm gonna get you down, I'm gonna get you down. So then she takes the rope off him, and then it's just like, bleh.
Guts.
And then she's
So
like,
both
and
of
then
them
she's
were
like
covered.
holding his guts and like trying to put it back into. It's just bad.
Dark
bad.
daddy issues.
Speaking of, Emma's dad, asshole,
Appears out of nowhere. Immediately when everything's happening.
Yep.
So, in conclusion, death and blood and sadness. Thank you very much.